Hey, it's Holly. Welcome to Living It Country. Today we're going to be doing a DIY entryway makeover, and we have completely transformed a section of this space, and I can't wait to share that with you all today. And a big thank you to Decenio for their partnership on a portion of today's video. Let's go ahead and get started. Here we are bright and early. We decided to cut a few pieces prior to filming so we could make sure we got all the mistakes out of the way and everything was lined up for a seamless look. And what we're using in today's project is just tongue and groove from Home Depot. We used the shiplap side to it. We loved the way it looked, and a week prior to this, we had actually used this in another project in our son's room, which turned out absolutely phenomenal, minus the stain color. So we are going to be fixing that and sharing that whole process in a later video. So I need your guys' help, which is why you guys won't see this either stained or painted in today's video, because I want your opinion at the end of the video. Do you guys like it just looking like this with just the tongue and groove? Do you guys think I should paint it white, or do you think I should do a beautiful light stain? Let me know in the comments below, because I would appreciate the feedback. We are totally stumped. Now, what my husband did to make sure everything lined up perfectly, so that way when we put up our trim piece, it would be seamless, is he put just a piece of tongue and groove, was using a white thin piece of trim on each side to make that look like a higher end feel, since we aren't doing tongue and groove on the sides of the wall of where the dormers are as well. We are gonna actually be doing this in our playroom as well as office and the main living area of our home. We thought that before we got started with that project, we could start with this one, because you can use just a ladder for my husband to get up there. And for the other sections of our home, we would need to rent a scaffold. So we've rented those previously before, and they tend to go by the week, I believe, with how much they cost, instead of hourly or daily, I believe. And so we want to make sure that when we rent that we know exactly what we are doing. Now, with this tongue and groove, we will eventually be doing DIY beams, which seems to be a hot topic in our family as well. I'm personally on the team with, if the tongue and groove is stained, I think the beams should be stained as well. Or if it's white, I think that the beams should be white as well. My hubby says that they should be the opposite of color. So if it's stained, it should have white beams, and if we decide to paint it white, it should have stained beams. Another opinion I would love for you guys to let me know in the comments below. Now, before we continue today's video, I want to thank Decenio for their partnership on a portion of today's video. If you guys haven't heard of them before, they are a Swedish brand that offers a wide range of affordable wall art that's absolutely beautiful, and they are always in line with the latest interior design trends, so you're gonna find something that fits your style and liking. I was even able to find cute gamer prints from their shop, as well as 2 of their frames. And many of the prints are designed by their in-house design team, as well as their photographers. Now, if you guys want to take advantage of this discount code, it's gonna be a really good one. Living It Country will give you 45% off of your print order. So check that out down below. And a big thank you to Decenio for sponsoring a portion of today's video. So as you can see, it is the evening and one side is done by my hubby and he's working on the other side to accomplish this because sometimes you just need to bust through it, right? So one thing I wanted to mention is this is not a DIY project that I personally think is an affordable one. But something that worked out really well was the fact that we were able to do this in my son's room with the same product, but we accidentally purchased too long of boards. So all of our rooms in our home are 9 feet tall. And I believe that we accidentally got 12 footers. I believe it was 12 feet or 16 feet, one of those. But that left a ton of extra boards. So the majority of them were actually scrap wood. Now when it comes down to our office as well as playroom area, we will have to buy more, but hopefully there will be some projects to come where there will be leftover pieces. And if you guys haven't watched my channel before, I have an amazing hack, I should say, for saving when it comes to lumber. If you don't mind getting lumber from the damaged wood section, they have incredible deals all the time. So if you're somebody who shops at Home Depot or Lowe's or anything like that, make sure you check it out because you might find a piece or 2 or 3 at a time and you might just have to cut off the ends. But we do that a lot with our shiplap projects and it has saved us a ton of money over the years. It is the next morning and my husband is doing such an incredible job. You guys can see that he added those trim pieces, which I think really gives it a great finish. And this angle of the way that I put the camera up, you guys can see our living room to the far right where those recessed lighting is and the heating is. And those are really, really tall ceilings, which is why I was talking about we need to rent a scaffold for that. Straight ahead is our playroom area. That is an area that's almost identical to the entryway. So it's going to be a breeze to be able to do that section too. Now, do you guys see where that entryway lighting is? That is another section we were thinking of adding the wood to, and I think what we're going to do is we're gonna wait for that to be the last spot to see how much extra it will cost and if it's necessary, if it's too much wood, too little of wood, but we're not 100% sure about that area. We are just so excited to be getting back to the springtime with DIY projects. It gets so gloomy here in Washington State during the fall and winter season, and it's just so hard to accomplish DIY projects, at least for us. Season of life has just been such a busy one, and so we're so grateful for when we are able to have the time to do these projects and of course share them with you all. Now I would like to mention that when you're taking into consideration those color choices, try to not look at the beams when it comes down to it because we're going to be changing those too. Let me know in the comments below if you are team leaving the wood as is, staining the wood, or painting the wood. I would love your feedback down below and really appreciate it. And I will see you guys in our next video. Bye.